TV and they are muting the curse words. They so damn loud, they muting them, but they people keep talking, so they can't mute everybody. It's every other FU is a mute, and then they talking over you, and I loved it. Okay, because I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear him. I don't know why he's on my screen. But Dublin called that man a wanker. And I said, not a wanker. And Dimples was like, I don't know if we won't call him a wanker. Maybe call him a disappointment. And I was like, Dimples, okay, stop. Okay, you just trying to make me like you again, just insulting this person. I love it. Dimples is like, listen, you're a disappointment. You don't give anything to this business. You take. You are here to promote yourself, and proceeds to destroy.
And for the record, I ain't even plead the fifth.
The joys of being your favorite cousin, okay? Okay, I live my very fabulous life for myself. And I was able to watch SmackDown early before, the 7 o'clock on the dot. I'm in my drop top cruising the street time. So let's talk about it. Okay, so Becky's the hometown girl, okay? Even though she's on Raw, she's here for SmackDown to say hi to her hometown, right? And she like, listen, times like this, like, I really wanted us to come here and do TV, and now we're doing it. And the people are chanting, you deserve it to her. And then she proceeded to turn on the people and say, well, y'all don't deserve it. Okay, y'all not even cute enough to be on TV anyway. I was campaigning in the back to make sure y'all couldn't even get TV time. I thought we could do this somewhere else. Okay, she was talking real greasy to the folks, and the folks started talking real greasy back to her. And she started dragging them, and they started dragging her. Okay, it was a drag session. I was like, ooh, baby, they got you by the ponytail, but you got them by the 2 front teeth. What's going to happen? So out came Tiffany. And yeah, out came Tiffany, and Tiffany was like, "Girl, you don't even go here." She didn't say it like that, but she was like, "You on the wrong show." And all the people in Dublin know it's Tiffy time and all those great things. And maybe you want to skedaddle back to Raw. Okay, you're not wanted here. Now you can leave this ring, or I could drag you by your ponytail like old girl did that pickpocketer in Italy. It's whatever you want it to be. So before Becky could really start cursing her out like she was cursing the people out comes Nia. And Nia was like, first of all, she don't even go here, and you worried about her? You worried about the wrong thing. You need to be worried about me coming for that championship. That's what you need to be worried about. And they proceed to jump Tiffany, but out comes Jade like a bad bitch. Okay, she comes out and she proceeds to whoop up on all of them, okay, and getting them off of Tiffany. So Nick is like, so since y'all want to fight, and Becky, since I wanted you here since you're a hometown girl, but you causing all this problems, I call Adam, shout out to him, and you're gonna be in my main event. What you trying to do? So when we get backstage, Tiffany is telling Jade, I didn't need your help. And Jade was like, girl, I didn't help you because we're friends or anything. I helped you so you could be at 100%. So when I do come for that championship, you got no excuses. We could tag together and be cute, but after that, it's your ass. Okay? And Becky is like, I need a win. Okay, she talking to herself. She talking trash about all the people in Dublin. She was like, I need a win. Then people need to know I'm a hero. I can be your hero, baby. Somebody get Enrique Iglesias on the phone. I think they got a cute little moment for him or whatever. Anyway, Naya's like, listen, we not cool, but you need to follow my lead. Becky was like, we're still mortal enemies, but you need to follow my lead because I need this win. Maybe they didn't end up getting a win. Okay, they was working Tiffany over, but when Tiffany tagged in Jade, baby, Jade started to work over Becky and was whooping up on Becky. Becky left Naya there to get double teamed by Jade and Tiffany. They ate her up quick, fast, soon in a hurry and picked up the win. And it's just like, ooh, if we didn't know y'all was mortal enemies before, y'all definitely gonna be enemies now. You left her to the wolves, honey. And then Joe Tessitore and Wade Barrett being very messy, bringing up old shit like they Corey Graves, mentioned that time that Nia popped Becky and had that nose all to the side, their little swoop to the side. Yeah, mess. Shout out to Fraxian, my favorite messy ass tag team. Just got to tell the people the truth sometime, okay? Gotta be a little bit messy, okay? So they rolled up on Carmelo like he was in a training bra, but he ain't had no shirt on, okay? He was freeing the nipple. Shout out to him. And they was like, listen, we give you your props for last week. What you did, you was like really holding your own in the ring, and you really, gave us a run for our money. Like, shout out to you, but you really should be worried about the Miz and the fact that he stole that pin from you. Like, you deserve that. He really embarrassed you. They also being my favorite instigators right now. Instigate, fool. So they instigating this entire situation, and the Miz pops up like, "What y'all? Who said what? Said something about me? I know y'all ain't say nothing about me." And Melo was like, "Don't worry about it." And Melo started defending him, and it's just like, why? You gonna learn to stop defending Melo? Okay, you gonna learn to stop. Anyway, they go out to the ring. They facing off against the Motor City Machine Guns, my Shaylas, my Boos. I can't wait for them to go to Japan because this is a list of people that I know, and I want TV in Japan because I know they gonna do their biggest one out there, and the people are really gonna show y'all how to cheer for the folks. Okay, it was a. I enjoyed the match. It was fast paced. It was some cute, some light, some fluffy, but obviously with all these guys in that ring, they know how to get out there and put on a goddamn show. Baby, let me tell you something. We had the We Want Miz chants, okay? We had the TNA chants for the Motor City Machine Guns, okay? And then, after Melo did all the work, like he did all the work last week, Miz steals the pin. So now they heading off to face off against, spoiler, the Street Profits for a tag team title opportunity. Baby, this is gonna be messy as hell. Okay, shout out to Big James. Big James is in Ireland. Okay, it's Big James' birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Big James. Happy birthday, Juicy J. Okay, my deacon, my deacon, and the head usher in charge of everybody. Okay, it's their birthday. They turned the big 4-0. Shout out to y'all. So it's his birthday. Him and Naomi about to have a new baby. Shout out to y'all. And he's just celebrating. And out comes Strawberry Shortcake. And Strawberry Shortcake was like, I was texting, I was calling, I was crying. Okay, this is so much. I love it for y'all. And listen, you let that baby know that he always got an uncle. It's Strawberry Shortcake. He really said, Sammy, but a Strawberry Shortcake is your uncle. So up pops Suge Knight in the MFTs. And Suge Knight's going off about how, oh, Big James, you about to be a daddy again, and you claim your baby after his or their favorite uncle. I was like, I don't think you're gonna be the favorite uncle. You might be the favorite uncle, but I don't think right now you're gonna be the favorite uncle. That baby gonna grow up to realize that you were beating up on their daddy and gonna want to come for you. Okay, it's gonna be a situation like Kill Bill. You know, if you won't come see me, I'll understand, right? So he was like, you can name the baby after me, and Big James said, I thought about that, and it's Strawberry Shortcake cake with the alley oop. It was like, listen, if you didn't know what that meant, that's no geek. And what you really should be worried about is me coming for that United States Championship, because this right here, baby, this ain't underdog Strawberry Shortcake. This right here, this mean inventor Strawberry Shortcake. Don't you know Big James? Big James was like, I know. So the MFTs and Suge Knight go off to face against the Street Profits, my Boos, my Shaylas. Montez is working on something. And I don't know what it is, but y'all go check out his Instagram. He working on something. And I'm liking what he's building. Okay, he gonna show you how a bitch go down a slide. Okay? Anyway, they out there. And the Street Profits is giving it to the MFTs, but the MFTs is giving it to the Street Profits. And then the MFTs, the Suge Knight side, they gonna try to jump the Street Profits. And who showed up? Okay? Cause see, y'all trying to show a bitch how to go down the slide. We really about to show y'all how to bitch go down the slide. Out comes Big James. He popping 7 foot tall, wet and wavy with a chair because he doing too much. He didn't push Montez off the top turnbuckle. You're rude. You're rude. Okay, and they fighting off up and through the crowd, and then out comes Strawberry Shortcake and laid Suge Knight out with a kick and was cheering with the fans. Hey, and the Street Profits picked up the win. I love that for them. They jumped Charlotte. They sure did, baby. Chelsea and the Secret Herbers. First of all, Dublin was cheering for Chelsea, but they jumped Charlotte and they end up picking up the win. Charlotte had Piper in the figure 8, and here comes Chelsea with them long ass nails and just raked her face. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, what raccoon? What did you do it? Baby, they jumped Charlotte. They jumped Lottie and her cute little was it leopard or was it cheetah? I'm not sure, but she looked good. Okay, it was giving everything I needed to give. Okay, next week when Alexa comes back, Lex, I need you to give it to them because they really put hands on your girl. Now, me Chin was like, Kiana, Julia, you're ducking and dodging me. I don't like it, okay? I've been calling, I've been texting. I called, no answer back, no smoke signal, no nothing, and I'm not about to wait on no appointment. And Kiana was like, girl, get in line. And she was like, yeah, no. Kiana was like, you gonna have to go through me. And she was like, listen, a 2-for-1 special, 2 matches for the price of 1 that's gonna get me to that United States Championship. I have no problem with it. And Julia said, I'm not worried. And it's just like, girl, me Chin like to carry a kendo stick. You might want to be worried. R-Truth, booked him a ticket to Dublin, Georgia, not Dublin, Ireland. But Uncle Ron had popped up just a little bit to be like, you know what? That my mistake. That was Truth's mistake. But listen, what had happened was I called a friend. and my friend gonna come there, and he gonna run a little one with you, okay, Alistair? And out comes Poppy Priest. And you know what they did? Them hoes got to fighting. They was thumping. They was fighting. Security and producers coming out there to break them up. I was like, let them fight. Also, they're rude. More extended, we're gonna talk about that situation with Dimples and that invisible person. But Dimples, you're back in my good graces. You still on probation, but you back in my good graces. Okay, shout out to you. Salty Saltine told that invisible person that he needed to hurt Dimples, and he ends up punching Dimples at the end of the night, and I'm very upset about that. But Salty Saltine also came out there talking mad cash money ish about Codarius Homelander, Raheem Ricardo, Jaquarius Rhodes. Not that one. Told him he a little big. He need to hold on to that championship. He ain't got no friends and don't nobody like him. And he coming for him. And out come thick ass Bestie. Okay, thickums. Miss Kim let him come fool la la with us down to the Dublin. And he RKO'd that man and was like, who ain't got no friends? Who ain't got no friends? Stop playing. Now, I said we was going to get to where Dimples had to say to that man who's very much invisible and is banned from a couple countries. He called him a parasite, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it. I am. Okay, I have notes. Let's talk about it. It's your favorite cousin. We're here to talk about what happened on SmackDown, okay? Specifically with Dimples. I told y'all, Dimples back on my good side. He's on probation, but he's back on my good side. Okay, he ate that man up accordingly. Applause. I loved it. I loved it. So, the people love Dimples. He came out, the people was cheering his name, they was chanting, and they was singing his song. Okay, the people love him. But before he could say anything, oh boy come out, the parasite, he come out, and then people proceed to cuss him out. Okay, it does not matter if y'all are on TV and they are muting the curse words. They so damn loud, they muting them, but people keep talking, so they can't mute everybody. It's every other FU is a mute, and then they talking over you, and I loved it. Okay, because I don't want to hear him. I don't want to hear him. I don't know why he's on my screen. But Dublin called that man a wanker. I said, not a wanker. And Dimples was like, I don't know if we won't call him a wanker. Maybe call him a disappointment. And I was like, Dimples. Okay, stop. Okay, you just trying to make me like you again. Just insulting this person. I love it. Dimples is like, listen, you're a disappointment. You don't give anything to this business. You take. You are here to promote yourself, and proceeds to destroy that stupid ass, ugly ass Prime Station. Because don't nobody ever drink that stuff, and when they do, it'd be like, oh, they're not good. Okay, Dimples called it salt water. I would have called it overpriced salt water. And he destroyed the Prime Station. I was like, this is when I knew he was back in my good graces. He's still on probation, but this is when I knew he was back in my good graces, because I don't care for that Prime Station. Okay, I don't. Ooh, I told you I had notes. I had to take my notes. And he proceeds to go in on him. You talking about you the best, you that dude, 23 matches versus my 23 years. And it was like 23 matches that are possibly on some live shows. I don't even think live shows, like on TV, and some PLEs versus a man's 23-year career where he has traveled the world. He has been on camera and off of camera performing, versus the people in the back who have done the same as John Cena, probably not 23 years worth, but 20, 15, probably 30 years worth of career time. And they have done over thousand, like we're in the 1,000+ matches at this point in their lives, versus your 23. Eat him up there, because it ain't giving what it's supposed to give. And I was like, I'm here for it. He says that man is a parasite who feeds on the host. He's stealing opportunities. He's stealing moments from people who deserve it or should have it. You were the first to pop up when I was doing an open forum about who want to fight me. You did that, but once again, parasite, stealing opportunities from the Usos. Like, I would have loved Big James versus John Cena. Okay, Big James, the head usher in charge, the leader of the usher board, Juicy J, the head deacon in charge. Come on now, the usher and the deacon fight off against John Cena. I would have loved it. John Cena and Juicy J, running a one based off of how he won the Royal Rumble when he just pushed that man, or Big James getting his moment in the sun. Come on now, AJ Styles, they could have made an instant classic with that. We could have ran it back. Okay, is this the house that AJ Styles built, or is this the house that John Cena built? Jacob Fatu, that would be so fun. Can that be like y'all last match? Can that be something? Can we make it happen? He mentioned Kitten Hill, and it's just like I ain't fooling with Kitten Hill at this point. I told y'all if that man, I'm not even about to do it. He was like, that's just the name of few people. All the deserving people back there who I could have had a match with at Clash in Paris, you're not one of those people. You just got lucky. I was like, oh my god. And he says, listen, this right here, this my family, talking to all the people and also the people at home. He was like, we might fuss, we might fight, we might not get along all the time, but I learned a long time ago and I had to learn a harsh reality. This ain't my house. This is theirs. And it's just like, I mean, when you, I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. Okay, what else we got on here? And he said, ain't no cohabitation happening here because you got a whole bunch of lawsuits. Okay, you got a whole bunch of legal trouble. Clock it. Clock it. Clock it. Clock that T-bitch, catch it. Okay? You look like a discount me on Etsy. Okay, clock it. And then he proceeded to tell him, listen, when we get to Clash in Paris, you better come and give it all that you got to the business that I love, or I'm gonna beat your ass. And I was like, I think he about to be Big Sister Gorgeous one and beat the hell out of you if you don't come with your A game. Ain't no viral moments, ain't no flipping, ain't no jumping, ain't no doing all that. Okay, Dimples is back on my good side. I'm very upset that Dimples got punched in the face at the end of the night because it's very disrespectful. How dare ye? Okay, he was having a good night. But see, it's gonna wake something up in him. Y'all talk about that. It's not 2010. It's not Super Cena. He don't need to be 2010 Super Cena. He just needs to be a man that ain't about to, deal with nobody playing him up face. But I enjoyed everything about this segment other than having to see that man. Okay, other than have to see the parasite. I enjoyed everything else about the segment. I loved it. He ate him up. Sometimes I think people forget just how, good, Dimples is on the mic. I think sometimes people forget just how good he is on the mic. Not all the time, but just sometimes. Then he mentioned Dimples, being naked at the Oscars. And I was like, well, his body was tea. I mean, I wouldn't get naked on TV for the folks, but the body was tea, okay? And he looked a little nervous. Okay, he had a little cue card, in front. But if it was me and I had a body like that, I would have strut. Okay, what y'all talking about? I would have Naomi Campbell walk across the stage to hand over the thing and be like, okay, ain't okay, impose for the camera. Okay, impose. But shout out to Dimples. You're back on my good side. You're on probation, but you're back on my good side for eating that parasite up accordingly. Now I'm still not looking forward to this match. Still not looking forward to this match. But I enjoyed this.